round, a semifinal between Rogue and G2 Esports. As we get underway, Wonder and Chicago face off. It's Kronovi met by JNaps immediately. Rizzo taps this one towards the Rogue side. Now JNaps, a little bit of room. A demo does come out, but a big dunk comes out from Kronovi. It's going to go off the left side wall. Wonder couldn't get a hold of that ball and cleared away by Chicago. Now over to Rizzo. He's got JNaps downfield too as well. Rizzo gets a second touch, almost drops in for him. Wonder on a big save.
And a big thing to note is that in the interview, Kronovi said that he's used to his old teammates. He knows how they pass. He's going to try to predict them and intercept so many of his midfield passes that we saw in the previous match with G2. They're passing their vision. Everything was on point. Will Kronovi be able to interfere with that?
Both of these teams know how each other play. There should be no surprises. Rogue, Wonder and AJ linking up downfield. Here's Rizzo. Past Wonder. Kronovi forced to slow this one down. Rogue rotating back. Here's Chicago. Trying to find this one into the box. Gets a bump. No follow-up from G2. It's late coming in. This one's going to go high. Flying JNaps. Can he drop it into the net? Yes, he can! And G2 take the lead!
It all stems from the bump, the physicality we've seen from G2, and JNaps, the little 360. Easy drop down for him. G2 start out strong.
And there was a bump in the box as well that slowed up Rogue. That's why no one was up to contest that shot. And JNaps gives his team a lead early in game number one. Here's AJ now trying to make the difference. He's been special all weekend. Stopped up there by Rizzo. Wonder trying to find AJ in that corner. JNaps stretches out for that one. A pass out from AJ, and Wonder responds for Rogue.
The corner play from Rogue. What a pass from AJ. Both of them so mechanically gifted. We've seen them do crazy things in these series, and they're coming here today.
Wonder and AJ so comfortable together. And you see it there. Instant response from Rogue, a tie game.
And it's crazy to note here that 3 out of the 6 players on the pitch right now have come from the rival series. They have grinded their way to the top. They've worked so hard for this, and now they're 1 series away from being in the Rocket League Grand Finals.
Shot comes out from Kronovi, saved by JNaps. Rogue finding the better of G2 at the moment. Wonder trying to drop back down on top of that one. He can't do so. Now JNaps gets to the back wall, but Kronovi uses all of his boost for that one. G2 not able to set anything up here. AJ off the G2 back wall, cleared away by JNaps. Long clears coming out from both these teams. That one's dropped down nicely. An oncoming player from G2 almost made a connection there. Now Wonder high flying above the G2 defense. He's been hitting double taps quite a bit this weekend. Can't find that one now. Now G2 on the counter. Kronovi slows things up. Rizzo. G2 trying to get a hold of the ball here. Chicago now downfield and over Wonder.
I'm trying to figure out how G2 will defend on the backboard right now. You said it before, Wonder and AJ have gotten crazy double touches, flip resets galore, and that all comes down to how you defend on the backboard. If they can intercept them, then they can completely shut down this Rogue offense.
3 minutes in, tie game. Rizzo off the ceiling. Kronovi takes that one away from Wonder. He's got AJ. Can he drop it into the net? No, it's a big save. Rizzo comes through. Chicago, no boost to work with. Now Kronovi. JNaps gets it right over Wonder. Now into the G2 corner. AJ trying to find this one off the ceiling. He does get a second touch. Follow up from Kronovi. He blocks the clear, but JNaps there to clean it up for G2. But Rogue locking in G2 for now, and they can't really break down the defense, but they're putting on the pressure. This ball bouncing dangerously. Rizzo there to meet it.
Oh, that's so much space.
No
but
boost.
AJ, so instant. It's the rotations to keep these pressures in.
JNaps down to Chicago. Over one. Kronovi's there. Coming up on a minute left. Kronovi again off the back wall. No follow-up. Wonder a little bit slow. G2 trying to transition out, but stopped up by AJ. And a pass comes out. Wonder's got a shot on target. AJ's still trying to keep it alive. things coming through for Rogue off the crossbar. And Chicago gets the clear out.
The save from JNAPS flipping into the ball. He used every ounce of momentum there to get the save. I was almost certain that was going to end up in a goal.
Now AJ, 30 seconds left. Chicago, long clear comes out from him. He's going to try and follow it up, can't do so. This one was tapped down to Rizzo. G2 trying to find an opening here. Time ticking down. Second touch from Rizzo, trying to block the cleared. And this comes out from Chicago. Things slowing down the midfield as players trying to get a hold of the ball. Now G2, do they get one last opportunity here before overtime? JNAP's a shot on target, saved away by Wonder. Rizzo, their last opportunity here, or we're going to overtime. And that one is going to drop down. Overtime in game number 1.
Both teams so close with pressure. That's a great kickoff so far. G2 with a shot early on. AJ barely gets the save.
AJ!
Another one.
Back and forth, and that's off the crossbar. Can Rizzo put it home? He does! And G2 take game 1.
Shot after shot, but AJ with the back-to-back save. Unfortunately, nobody on Rogue able to follow the ball, and that was just repetition of shots. Rogue could not hold it in, but AJ gave it his best ever, and G2 come out on top.
Chaos in the box there, and G2 come out with game number 1, but man, was it close. Back and forth between these two teams. No team really had the upper hand.
Yeah.
You know, we've seen these players, these teams in the last couple days, they've been dominating these games, but it's been evenly matched. And you can see AJ doing everything he can to keep this ball out.
We didn't even see the bump right there.
And so much is done, but just not enough.
So you get so many shots, and then JNAPS is just a bully with Wonder. He would have been there for the save. Glad we caught that in the replay because, wow, it's always going the extra mile for G2, and that was just a great series. And the kickoff, I've seen it so much today and this entire tournament. Kickoffs have been so vital to these teams and the way you start out and carry that momentum.
7-5 in shots in favor of G2. A lot of them coming there in the last goal. Now you can see very serious faces on G2. They know their work is still cut out for them. They have a long series ahead of them. Remember, a best of 7 here and a spot in the grand final. Nothing is certain yet.
It's gonna be a long day for these boys, but we're going in to game 2, G2 versus Rogue. Who will take it?
Rogue trying to even up the series. You don't want this one to slip away as we head into kickoff. JNAPS and Kurnovi face off. Chicago there to get the second touch. G2 gets the first attack. JNAPS into the corner. Can he get a second one? Kicks it out. Trying to find the back wall. The bump comes through and the demolition. AJ picks that one up nicely. And still you can see Rizzo trying to be a bully. Really everyone on G2. Rotating through that back line of Rogue. Finding the bumps, finding the demolition. Making it tough for Rogue to stay in rotation.
And Kurnovi is a player who will respond to bumps. If he sees he's getting bullied, he's going to do the same thing back. We haven't seen that response yet. I'm curious to see when and how they start implementing that same aggression and bumps. But here's JNAPS almost getting a solo play. Lots of space there.
He got that space because Chicago was zoning out the last defender there. Chicago pushes this one into his own corner and forces it out. It comes down onto AJ, who tried to pick it up into an air dribble but couldn't do so. Here's Rizzo now. Denied by Wonder. Rizzo trying to slow up the Rogue attack. Chicago met by a defender on Rogue. Now Wonder. He can't make contact.
Oh, Wonder
the pass comes out from Kurnovi, dropped down from Wonder. Chicago flicks that one on and out. Rogue trying to keep the ball here. The back pass comes through. Kurnovi reads it. But JNAPS, he sees that one through. It's coming off the ceiling. Dangerous bounce.
And it's an interesting matchup. G2, constant passes in between series. But Rogue have had so many highlight plays, so many flip resets and double touches. It's just such a tough match to try and even assume how it's going to end up.
Still tied. 2 minutes in. AJ, he's got a little bit more boost. Tries to go under. He does get the fake. And if he had more boost, you feel like he could have done a little bit more. A great effort from him, and JNaps takes this one to the Rogue corner. Gets past one, bullies his way through two. Finally, a third comes through, and this ball going off the Rogue back wall. The pass comes out. Chicago's there, pops this one
to
up.
Rizzo. The patience. Rizzo hit it into the corner. Took his time. Lots of great decision making. This is a great chance for AJ. Oh my goodness, so close. Off the backboard, pass after pass. These teams are just putting on a barrage of shots.
That last defender getting caught out by G2. This pass comes out to AJ. It still comes out for the better of G2 off the back wall here. Chicago beat out by Wonder. A stalemate in game number 2. Nobody really getting a big advantage here. Wonder in the midfield. Picks
so much
this one
space
up,
for
down to
Kronovi.
1v1 over. Can't get it. JNaps denies. Now Kronovi's got to play a little bit of defense here as G2 rushing down the field. He's going to follow this one up and gets past one. He's got no boost left. Gets a touch towards the net. A follow-up is there, cleared away by Rizzo.
And there's a bump. Rizzo demoing AJ. Kronovi the only one back, seeing again and again this physical play from G2, but no response from Rogue. They're holding on tight, especially in this match here.
With the way the game's going, it could just be one goal that separates these two teams in game 2. Rizzo, Kronovi's there though. Rogue finding a little bit of space there, but again, G2's defense doing so well to shut down the attack. Here's one, a free ball. Rizzo drops it down and can't find it. JNaps was there. Now AJ. He has the ability to take over games. We've seen it so many times in his very young RLCS career.
Oh, JNaps off the ceiling.
Follow up. Can't get there. Everyone goes for G2. The third man of Rizzo tried to go off the ceiling. Couldn't get it. 1 minute left.
And it's so much aggression from the front two players of G2. Whoever's in the backfield is just waiting for that easy opportunity to pop the ball up and try and get a finishing hit in. So patient. We either see Rizzo usually in the backfield waiting, and then somebody goes for a demo like that, and it opens up so much space, this G2 offense flowing together.
And Chicago beats 2. Rizzo comes through. What a play from Chicago.
Chicago, so good in the corner, so patient. 2 dunks right in a row, and Rizzo, perfect positioning. But Chicago, how do you win both of those? A mind game and then just a beautiful dunk into a pass.
And you could see Kronovi's reaction. He had jumped and he didn't really feel like that ball was going to come through both of his teammates and was caught off guard. G2 get the go-ahead goal. 30 seconds remain. Can Rogue tie it up late? JNaps.
Oh, that's a bad flip.
Backflips out of that one. Able to bail himself out. Here's Chicago. Trying to put the dagger in game 2. 15 seconds left for Rogue. This ball in the midfield. It's a free ball for Kronovi. Rizzo is there. Now G2 on the transition. Stopped up by Wonder. Might be a last-ditch effort for Rogue here. Off the back wall. AJ's hunting over to Kronovi. Can't get the touch.
Up.
Still up for them. AJ's there. The shot denied. Still up. And no one's there to follow it up. G2 take game 2.
Barely inching their way out of that match. G2 coming away with it 2-0 in the series. This long best of 7. At this point, Rogue has got to respond. If you go down 0-3 in a best of 7, that is a big and long ladder that you got to climb up.
It took G2 6 shots to find one. Let's take a look at the only goal here in game number 2.
And Chicago, look at these, just completely dunking and stopping everything in the corner there for Rogue.
So smart from Chicago to be so patient on that back wall, waiting for that defender to come to him. He knows that ball is going to go right off his card. He's going to win that challenge. And then you can see that jump from Kronovi. He just wasn't expecting both of his teammates to get out-muscled by Chicago, and G2 take advantage.
And it's one of the things we see so much is a mind game, and then you don't mind game because the person behind is trying to get a big clear. Just a great play from the newcomer Chicago for G2.
And that is the difference in game 2. That single goal for G2. And they're up by 2 in the series. And remember, a best of 7 here, so still plenty of time for Rogue to get back into it. But again, you don't want to put yourself in a situation where you have to reverse sweep. So we jump into game number 3. Rogue and G2 so close through the first 2 games, but G2's come out on top.
Both of these teams are fan favorites, so New Jersey, you better be giving them everything they've got.
clear comes out from Chicago. G2 trying to hunt for the first goal in game 3. Kronovi throws this one downfield towards Rizzo, and he bumps him out of the way, delaying that clear. In the end, it still comes through for G2. AJ lets that ball go and almost gets punished for it. Chicago now on the follow-up, has no boost to work with, lets it drop down. AJ's there, though, to bail out Rogue. Now Rizzo, boost to work with, bumped out of the way, can still stay with this ball. Lets JNaps come through. Chicago, first touch, denied by AJ. Demo comes out, so JNaps has a little bit of space. This one off the back wall, free ball, still a little bit wide. The follow-up from JNaps over the net. G2 so close, and a big save comes out from Wonder.
He even pre-jumped it, and he still got the save. He missed on the pre-jump, and then jumped again, got the save. But G2 are still powering down on this defense.
Scrambling on the defensive side here is Rogue, and this one's going to drop in front of the net. JNaps so close to getting that goal. Rizzo with no boost watches that one get cleared out. Kronovi on the transition now for Rogue. What do they have in store for us here on their first attack? This one played across.
Oh, JNaps, you 1v1. Oh.
Trying to take on Kronovi. Kronovi so patient, waiting for that dribble to develop, but Rizzo comes through, almost sneaking one by. Here's Chicago with a shot just high. The follow-up from Rizzo's there, but the defense stands strong for Rogue.
I need to see the silent assassin, AJ, needs to come up big here, especially in game 3. We've seen so many great plays from them. I can't stress this enough. Every single player on this pitch, and Kronovi as well, being the team leader, but here, G2 are just powering down and completely starving this Rogue defense.
2 minutes in. A low-scoring affair in the last couple games. Kronovi. This one tossed up to Rizzo, drops it down to JNaps. Great passing coming out from G2, not giving up the ball easily when they know they can keep possession. AJ on the clear. JNaps cuts that one out. Here's AJ from his own corner. Can't do much with it. Rizzo goes past one, goes past two, gets all of Rogue to commit. JNaps has a little bit of space to work with here. And an awkward hop off the wall slows him down. Here's Wonder. Chicago, a little bit of back and forth between these two teams, but look at the space that JNaps has afforded off the back wall. Follow-ups there. Rizzo waiting to see how this one develops. And a follow-up comes through from JNaps, and G2 take the lead.
The threading of passes from G2. This was like a 5-team passing play. This was unreal, and it just happened to happen. Rogue needed to make a mistake there. They had no possession. G2 just throwing the ball back and forth, breaking the necks of Rogue, and finally put one in after about 3 minutes.
I had my eye on Rizzo there. He had moved up to the third-man position, and JNaps comes through in the end, turns around and takes a shot, gives his team the lead.
If they lose this, they're 0-3, and it's a best of 7. This is huge and everything for G2.
So Rogue looking for a response here, and they want it quickly. A minute, just over a minute and 30 seconds left. Here's Kronovi, a little bit of boost to work with here, but can't go over Rizzo. Getting a second touch here, down to Chicago, and he puts it home for G2.
The double touch pass from Rizzo, the hover and feather of boost right here. Look at it, getting perfectly around the ball. Chicago's in position. Nothing you can really do except for try and be patient, but that pass was just too good from G2.
A pretty play comes out from G2 and gives them a 2-0 lead. Here's Wonder, space to work with, uses his second jump, trying to get a flip back, can't do so. And JNaps clears this one down. AJ's the last man back. Tries to slow that one up. JNaps coming off the wall here. Now over to Chicago. He can't get up to it. G2 stretching out the defensive Rogue. 1 minute left. Rogue have been kept scoreless in the last 2 games. Wonder off the ceiling, get help from Kronovi here, and Rizzo, a very light clear, but still able to stay with it.
His teammates bailing him out for that one. 2 out of 3 players on this Rogue offense are from the rival series, and 2 out of 3 players from G2 are so experienced on this LAN stage. They know what it's like to be under this much pressure. And oh my goodness, the passing play.
Chicago almost getting a pass down to Rizzo, and a bullet off just the top of the crossbar there. Under 30 seconds. Wide shot comes from Chicago. Here's J-Naps, stopped up, and it comes right back out to Chicago. The demo comes through. It's an open net for G2, and a 3-0 lead opens up.
You always got to be on your game against G2. You know they're coming for that extra play, that extra chase, and AJ caught off guard with the bump. That's going to secure the lead here for G2.
A 3-0 lead in game 3 and looking to go up by 3 in the series. G2 putting on a powerful performance here against Rogue.
And the defense has been strong from Rogue. They just cannot handle the pressure. At what point is it just no boost on the field? These demos are coming in as well, especially if Rogue aren't letting up. And G2 are going to take it. They're up 3-0 in this series.
The number of shots G2 have generated today have been quite a bit. You go back to their PSG series where they put up 18 at one point. They put up 11 here against Rogue. Rogue only able to throw up 5 shots here in this game, and that kind of does tell the story. G2 had a lot of control here.
Let's take a look here at the last goal. The bump play from J-Naps off the wall, and he wave dashes into AJ, getting the speed to actually get the bump off and get the demo.
Yeah, it would have been questionable if he just dropped down, but instead wave dashes into it just to get enough speed. And Chicago puts that one home. G2 have looked strong throughout this series, and a 3-0 win. They are 1 win away, and G2 will be moving on to the finals.
Look, Rogue, they've dug themselves a hole here, but if they can break out, we've seen it before. PSG carried so much momentum to get a reverse sweep. Rogue, they've got so much of the crowd behind them. It's possible for them.
Now here's the thing for Rogue. Look, they know they have to reverse sweep at this point, but you got to take it one game at a time. Get your first win in the series, and then move on to the next game. Get your next win, and we will find out if they can do it here. We're going into potentially the last game of the series. Do G2 move on to the grand finals, or do Rogue strike back? Things get counted down. Chicago wins that kickoff cleanly. Rogue looking to set the tone early here. They've struggled so far in this series. It's been close, but not close enough.
Rogue needs to strike first. They have so much momentum going against them right now. They need to open up their offense and just try and pass plays together.
Dangerous off the corner, and it goes in for J-Naps, gets pinched away.
27 seconds in is all it takes for G2. Off the crossbar, J-Naps comes in with a perfect read, and AJ tries to get in front of it, but it's not enough.
91 miles an hour on that shot, and G2 go up by 1 in the first 30 seconds of game 4.
And I just talked about you want to get the first goal. Now they have momentum against them again. They got to win 4 in a row. Rogue does if they want to win this series.
And it all starts with a goal. They've been shut out the last couple of games. This ball thrown downfield for G2. AJ trying to find Kurnovi in the corner, and he does so. Wonder tried to get a bump on Chicago there. In the end, able to dodge it and slow up the attack. This one across the box. Here comes Chicago, trying to pick that one up. Ran out of boost.
You saw him going for it. So many great challenges from G2, and what a shot from Rizzo. But the better save from Kurnovi, the land veteran, the Season 1 champion, trying to step up for this Rogue offense and squad.
AJ from the corner, can't find anything. G2 have just shut down every attempt from Rogue. Here's J-Naps, passes this one across. Chicago moved up a little bit too far. Now AJ, opportunity if he can get a hold of the ball. And Rizzo gets in the way of that one. Now Wonder has boost to work with coming off the ceiling. And Chicago again, not letting anything going off that back wall, keeping it clean for G2. Rogue circling, trying to find something, but this G2 defense will not crack. Forced to rotate back. AJ Wonder going all the way back to their own goal line here. Wonder now. Can't get the pass from Kurnovi. It's just AJ back. Rizzo's here trying to go for the bump. Chicago off into the corner, but a follow-up from J-Naps goes into the corner, and G2 take a 2-0 lead.
You got to avoid the bump. save. You're the only one back on defense. Perfect communication. I can't stress it enough. Everything in that play comes down to communication and vision of your own teammates from G2.
And give credit to Rizzo. So smart to leave that ball and just go after the player, remove him from the equation, or at least make it tough for him. And he absolutely does there.
And the confidence. He knows that he's there as well.
G2 just carrying on in this series. Nothing is slowing them down. Rizzo. Now AJ. What can Rogue do? They need to stop the bleeding here. A big bump comes out. Follow-up is there, but a save. Another one comes out from Rizzo, and everyone from Rogue just can't break it down.
So frustrating for Rogue. They're just trying to put one in, start some kind of momentum, and get some energy going on the stage. They need to get hype, and they need to be here.
Rizzo and Kronovi. Now Chicago. Trying to go over everyone. AJ forced to go up and get that one out. And a miscommunication there as two players don't commit, and it opens up a little bit of space, and a shot comes through off the post. G2 that close to a 3-0 lead. Still pressing on here, Chicago. And he can't get the touch there. Rizzo now.
Oh, the back pass.
Back pass does come through off the back wall now. G2 locking in Rogue for the time being. Rizzo now trying to go for a second touch. Here's JNaps off the back wall. One more for G2. Chicago puts it away.
So much space for G2, and what do? They take advantage of it, booming it off the backboard. Rogue, they're scrambling. They're trying to get something going, and they're respecting G2 too much. They take advantage of all the open space and put another one in, making it 3-0 and the hole that much deeper for Rogue.
A minute and 30 seconds left for G2 for a spot in the grand finals.
And Kronovi, he tweeted, it's been so long since he's been in a semifinal. I think season 1 was actually the last time he's been in a semifinal. He wants to go all the way, trying to raise that trophy again, but G2 are just not letting him.
A minute left for Rogue, and they run into each other here, and a demo comes out. JNaps puts it away. 4-0 in game 4.
How frustrating can you be if you're Rogue right now? Just, oh my goodness, chaos in the defensive area. So much pressure. G2 are looking on point today in this entire tournament.
It is very scary for everyone else left in this tournament. G2.
Oh, not another one.
Are in final form here. Less than a minute left to go. And for G2, just trying to run out the clock at this point. A shot comes down from JNaps just wide of the net. Follow-up is there. Can't make a connection. Now AJ on the breakout.
He needs to put one in right here if they want a chance.
And it's off the post. Can't follow it up for AJ. Rogue are that close to getting one here. Kronovi gets one over. Can he land on top of it? It goes in for Rogue.
Rogue trying to do something. They're 3 goals down. Kronovi doing it all himself. This is where he needs to strike back. They got 35 seconds to put in 3. They need a kickoff goal right here and right now.
And the kickoff will ensue. Kronovi, they do win it. Wonders up for this one. Can't get the connection. But it does drop down to AJ. He's got options. Tried to pass it over. And can't do so. Time ticking away for Rogue. The lead might just be too great from G2. A pitch comes out from Rogue. That one is on target. Cleared away by Chicago. Time is ticking away.
That's going to seal it.
That's going to seal the deal. It's going to seal the deal for G2.
G2, they've come out here. They've worked so hard, and they focused on themselves this entire tournament. They come out swinging a complete sweep in this semifinal match. G2 will keep going. 14 seconds left. I don't think it's enough for Rogue at all. What are you going to do?
It's all but a formality now. 5 seconds left on the clock. And G2 will put another one away. A 6-1 scoreline here in game 4.
Definitely a little bit rough. Rogue this entire series have only had about 2 goals just to represent the utter dominance that G2 are inflicting, and just their presence on the field right now is unstoppable. G2 are on fire, and they will be headed to the grand finals.
You can see the excitement finally able to break through, finally able to make their fans proud. And they clinch a spot in the grand finals.
It's been so long since they even won a series on LAN, and then they come here and they make it all the way to the finals. G2, what an incredible run from them.
And give credit to Rogue. Not many people gave them the light of day here, and they proved everybody, and I mean everybody, wrong in the last couple months. Whether it was DreamHack Dallas, whether it was here at the World Championship, I don't think anyone expected Rogue to be in a top 4 situation.
Exactly. Nobody expected them to be here, and then Kronovi just comes out with his 2 amazing teammates. We got to give emphasis on how well Wonder and AJ played, their mechanical skill. Kronovi, the leadership. Rogue definitely deserved a spot here.
And we're excited to see where that team goes, but G2, they've done it. They've done it for their fans, and most importantly, they've done it for themselves. Proved that they can make it after the roster changes, bringing on new players from the rival series. They can make it to a grand finals, and they finally do.
Right, and imagine Chicago. He comes in, everybody has so much pressure on him to perform and to bring G2 to the top. And how does he respond? He literally brings them to the grand finals.
Well, how about this? We'll bring you an interview with Golden Boy. He's sitting standby with Rizzo.
All right, I'm here with Rizzo from G2 Esports. And, man, absolute domination. Obviously, kudos to Rogue, a team that I don't think a lot of people gave that time of day to be here, but obviously they proved that they deserved to be in this spot. But then for G2 to just dominate the way that you guys did, I'm just gonna ask a very bold question, and this one actually comes from the desk. Do you guys think you're maybe the best team in the game right now in this tournament?
I mean, we're definitely confident in how we're playing, but if I say we're the best team in the game, then I might jinx it, so don't want to say that.
I tried, Gibbs. All right, so about the matchup at hand, you know, you had a former teammate on the other side. He knows how you guys play. He knows how you guys feel when you're up there because he was up there with y'all in the past. Let's talk about how Kronovi and his knowledge of G2, did that change anything, or do you feel like you guys just played your game?
We definitely played our game, but we tried to do something different from like what we did in league play. So even if he had thought like season 5 or 6 we played like this, it was a whole different story.
Fair enough, fair enough. Got to mix it up, especially on the big stage. Anything in particular that you needed to shut down on Rogue in order to ensure that you were able to dominate the way that you did?
We were mainly just trying to shut down AJ, and I think we did a good job.
Mission accomplished is what he says. Now, one final question. You're going to the grand finals, man. Must feel incredible. But you know that it's only going to get more challenging from here. On the other side of that, you're going to have either Vitality or Cloud9. Who would you rather face off against in the grand final?
Oh, that's tough.
It's kind of like pick your poison.
Yeah, exactly. I'd probably say C9.
Okay. All right, man. Well, you know what, Rizzo? Always a pleasure to talk to you, my man. There you have it. G2 Esports reigns supreme, and they're going to the grand finals.